afternoon. Welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Susan Thuku. Here are the top stories at this hour. The future of our primary school in Wambiru South is uncertain after it was demolished just days before reopening. Residents say the school had become a symbol of peace in a region once plagued by banditry. But the Kenya Forest Service says it was built on gazetted forest land. Our reporter Arun Marie brings us the story.
The ruins of Lunchtime Primary School tells a painful story of hope rebuilt then shattered overnight. Just days before learners were expected back in class, Kenya Forest Service officers allegedly moved in under the cover of darkness, flattening classrooms. The service states that the school is situated on gazetted forest land.
Lipigiwa kwamba kuna shule mepomolewa. Tulishughulika tukifikiria ni wakora. Baadaye akakuwa ati serikali ndio ilibomoa shule.
For resident of Mukatani in Baringo South, the demolition reopened old wounds.
Na hii ni shule ya watoto, watu ambao ni maskini, watu ambao wamerudi, watu ambao wameanza kupendana, amani imerudi. Na hiyo shule ni shule ya mapati tu, it's semi-permanent. Na kama kuna shida yeyote kwa KFS, kuna utaratibu ya kufuata.
Lunchtime Primary had been closed for 13 years at the height of banditry and cattle rustling that claimed lives and displaced families. In 2024, after security was restored, the school was rebuilt as part of a wider resettlement and reconciliation effort.
We started a school just because of we wanted peace to come. Kwa sababu amani imeanza kurejea, hatuwezi kuendelea tena ku waste time. We cannot go back to Lunchtime and settle in a place where there is no school. Na sisi ni watu tumesoma. Tutakaaje bila shule shughuli?
That fragile peace is now under threat, with classroom destroyed. Learners, mostly from pre-primary to grade 4, now study under trees exposed to harsh weather. Local leaders say attempts to assess the site and begin reconstruction have been blocked by forest officers, deepening the standoff.
Ministry of Education, Forestry, wakuje pamoja na waongee as community of endurance as we pursue justice on matters forest. Lazima watoto wetu waendelee kusoma.
Yeyote awaye yule mwenye alienda kubomoa na kufikiria kwamba pengine mtu fulani ama mtu yeyote ambaye angestahili kusoma asisome, amekosea.
Leaders from the Endurance community warn that dismantling education risks reversing years of peace building.
Shule hiyo iko na miongo 4, 40 years old since the first establishment, with a Ministry of Education code, with the TSC code. It was only re-established after the ceasefire and after the peace and tranquility that we are now enjoying in that particular area.
So ninaomba KFS, maybe if they can hold, wacha watoto wasome kwa sababu masomo haisimami.
Lunchtime Primary was one of 19 schools shut down during the worst years of banditry. Its reopening has encouraged families to return and rebuild their lives. Now, as urgency trade claims and counterclaims, the children remain caught in the middle, learning under trees waiting for answers. Whether Lunchtime Primary School will rise again now depends on dialogue and the balance between conservation and the right to education. Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Arun Marie.
County government workers have issued a 7-day strike notice to their various counties, threatening to down their tools if their demands are not met at the lapse of the notice. Now, speaking in Nairobi, Kenya Government Workers Union Secretary General Robert Duber cited deliberate frustration by the Council of Governors in the implementation of their collective bargaining agreement, despite being directed by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission to approve the payment. Robert says the Council of Governors' stance has resulted in salary arrears and delay of salaries to county workers in several counties and paralyzed negotiation of the new CBA, which has been pending since 2012. Meanwhile, all is set for the union's branch elections set for the 17th of this month countrywide that will pave way for the national election scheduled for 27th February.
The Council of Governors says we cannot pay anything outside the advisory of SRC. SRC says before we advise, the employer must negotiate with the trade unions and arrive at a figure from or upon which they require our advice. And we are saying then this must end. There's somebody who is violating the law, violating all the aspects of labor practice. I mean, you know, what is normally, conventionally, is permitted and allowed. And there are counties which are, by the way, working on it now. They are prepared. They have called us. They said we are working on it. For those, we'll exempt them from the strike. Others will strike hard on them. We will, because we can't continue this way.
Still on education matters, ahead of the much anticipated admission of students to grade 10 under the competence-based education, the Anesta Coast Girls Academy is ready to admit girls into the school. Many of the girls expected to be admitted to the school have borne the brunt of various social challenges. The school, located in Kilifi and historically affected by child pregnancy and early childhood marriages, seeks to become the hub of quality education in the area so as to eliminate barriers hampering girl-child education.
It's out there, we urge you, give that girl child an opportunity, give that girl child a chance. And I'm sure given the best facility, like Anesta Coast Girls, then they will get to that potential, and we shall send them to university, and they will come back and change the entire Kilifi community.
The government is set to connect over 7,000 households with electricity across Embu County for 805 million shillings. Close to half of the allocation will be channeled to Mbeere North constituency, which has historically been marginalized in electricity connectivity, with residents lamenting the lack of power despite living next to Seven Forks Dams, a major source of Kenya's hydropower. Speaking while flagging off electricity materials, including poles, cables, transformers and conductors at Tiakago Market, Principal Secretary State Department for Energy Alex Wachira said they are set to commence with 7 project areas, including Mathai, Mianjiteri and Kadutiri.
Embu County has an allocation of 805 million to connect 7,377 households, and specifically Mbeere North constituency has about 336 million shillings of Kenya shillings, and by the end of using that money we should have connected about 2,450 kufikia mwisho wa huu mwezi na February. Kenya mzima mutakuwa mnaona a lot of electrification materials, a lot of last mile projects zikiendelea. So I want to assure you that we are committed, and His Excellency the President has given us all the necessary measures, na tunasukuma KPLC na REREC ili zihakikisha kwamba kazi imefanyika.
Residents living near the Roy Sewage Treatment Plant are raising an alarm over rising cases of respiratory illnesses, which they link to methane gas emissions from the facility. Speaking during a tree planting exercise organized by a non-governmental organization, the community is now calling on the government to urgently intervene and address the air pollution crisis affecting the area.
Clean air has become a daily struggle. Living next to the Ruai sewer treatment plant, the community says toxic gas emissions are affecting both their health and their livelihoods, with cases of asthma, bronchitis and chest complications reportedly on the rise. During a tree planting exercise organized by the Green Hummingbird Foundation, residents voiced concern over what they describe as unbearable living condition.
Kampuni kubwa wamechannel nini zao kwa siwa line zao kwa mto. Kuna makaratasi pia huko, watu wakifanya mambo yao wanatupa takataka hapa. So hizo ndio challenges zimetuma Nairobi River inakosa kuwa safi, lakini nina imani through Nairobi River Commission ile kazi wanafanya mto itang'ara.
There are a lot of cabbages that have been dumped
along the riparian, but we've tried with the courts, we've collected, the NYS give us the tippers, we transport to Dandora dam site. Actually, the main challenge has been the redumping of the waste.
Environmental experts warn that gases released during waste decomposition not only pollute the air but also affect soil and plant life. Leading the initiative is 12-year-old climate champion Alice Wambiru, who has planted more than 5,000 trees at the sewer plant over the last 2 years, an effort that earned her the Young Eco Hero Award 2025. A campaign encourages children to plant trees during birthday celebration. And this year alone, over 1,000 trees were planted with the help of local residents.
Hii miti tutapanda inatusaidia kwa usafishaji wa hewa, na pia hii miti inachunga mto, kwa hivyo iko na manufaa mingi, na pia inazuia soil erosion.
There's been a huge difference because now the place looks more greener, cleaner. The air doesn't smell as much as it did last year, and also basically the trees have been growing and they're still growing. And today as we plant these trees, I hope that they'll continue to grow and nobody will try to cut them or kill them, because they're trees and they deserve to grow so that they can also help us.
Officials from the Nairobi Rivers Commission admit that the continuous dumping of waste and industrial effluent is slowing down cleanup effort along the Nairobi River Basin, despite the cleanup campaign launched in October 2024.
Mto hii ya Nairobi kukosa kuwa imesafishwa vizuri, magonjwa inakuwa magonjwa mengine kama ile magonjwa itu inatokana na maji chafu.
We could make our future greener, and we don't have another world. We don't have a planet B. This is our only world, and we need to take care of it. So I encourage every single person who is listening to this, who's going to listen to this today, and I encourage you to keep on fighting for the environment if you do, and to also start cleaning the environment around you.
In other news, mining affected communities in Kwale County can breathe a sigh of relief after the national government announced the completion of long-awaited mining regulations that will finally unlock the disbursement of mineral royalties. Speaking at the Kenya School of Government in Matuka during the signing of the completed regulations, Mining Principal Secretary Harry Kimtai said the new regulations will take effect once they are gazetted next week. The signing was chaired by Mining Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho, who also presided over the launch of the post-mining land use report. Kwale County is owed about 1.7 billion shillings in royalties, while mining-affected communities are yet to receive approximately 900 million shillings. The funds have been pending as the government finalized a regulatory framework to guide their distribution.
So mwelekeo huu ndio utakuwa guideline kwa sababu kila mtu anakuwa na mawazo yake, tutafanya nini? Wengine wanasema tujenge manyumba, wengine wanasema tukatie mashamba, wengine wanasema tuweke some conservancy of some sort, wengine wanasema tujenge resort, wengine, kila mtu ako na ambitions na aspirations tofauti, but the fact of the matter is that it will be guided by the work that was done by the committee.
The outcomes of this report are not the brainchild of one individual or one particular organization, but the culmination of caring organizations and Kenyans who want to have a say on how post-mining land use, for not just for base titanium, but for posterity, how it shall be conducted. That is an amazing and wonderful thing.
More than 500 families from Barigoni and Musakini villages in Pony Forest, Lamu County have received food aid from the government following prolonged drought that has left many households without sufficient food. Residents say the worsening drought has made it difficult to grow crops, forcing them to rely on purchased food. They added that food prices have risen sharply due to transportation challenges after the closure of the Hindi Barigoni Kiunga Road over security concerns. Lamu County Women Representative Muthoni Marobu assured residents that the government plans to rehabilitate the road in the near future, a move expected to improve access, lower food costs and revive the local economy.
chakula si tunatoa Hindi. Kuchukua pikipiki Hindi ni 500, kwenda kurudi 500. Kwa hivyo chakula kinakuwa bei juu kutoka hii barabara kufungwa. Lakini wakati ule gari zinatembea, ilikuwa wholesaler wanakuja wanauza chakula hapa. Lakini kuanzia mwaka juzi sijui kuna magari ya wholesaler zilichomwa kwa njia kwa kuwekewa vilipuzi, imeathiri jamii kwa sababu ya chakula vile vile.
Changamoto ya njaa inatuathiri pakubwa kwa sababu haikunyesha mvua ya kutosha. Chakula tuliyopata ilikuwa kidogo.
Barabara sahi usalama imeharibika. Barabara haipitiki. Sasa tuko na magari nafikiri kama 8. Hii barabara yote kupita ajili ya ukosefu wa usalama.
Schools are still celebrating the results of the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination at the Morijo Mixed Secondary School in Samburu County. 147 students secured direct call-up to the university, a major milestone for the school. According to the school's principal, Irene Commander, they had to endure the harsh climatic condition coupled with the constant insecurity posed by bandits.
Morijo Mixed Secondary School in Samburu East Sub-County.
Nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, nashukuru walimu kwa bidii sawa na watoto kwa kutokea kwa hiyo results mzuri.
It was all celebrations in the school, marking a milestone after their excellent performance in the just released 2025 KCSE results.
Kama mila wa Samburu, msichana anapofikisha umri wa miaka 15 unakeketwa na unapeana uolewe. Lakini mimi kama msichana nilikuja kusoma na nimepata alama ya ba, niende university, nikuja baadaye niwasaidie wasasi wangu.
Tukienda nyumbani hatukuwa tunaenda, ilikuwa risk sana. Na tulibaki hapo shuleni kulala kwa sababu ya ukosefu wa usalama katika maeneo hii.
For the first time in years, the school managed to attain a mean score of 85 points, sending 147 students to the university out of the total 171. The school principal, Irene Commander, narrates the challenges they had to endure as they prepared their candidates for the exam.
The insecurity bit, sometimes it's very overwhelming. We have had, like last year, we lost 7 parents to banditry. We had a case of a student who was shot coming to school. Sometimes teachers are in class and we get to hear gunshots all over, and we have to stop the learning.
Elsewhere, the celebrations was also marked at Bahari Girls High School in Kilifi County, after the school recorded high performance and managed to send a high number of candidates to the university.
Very glad that my plan worked. I'm finally here. I have my A-plan. Being a school captain, yeah, it was tough. Sometimes you are occupied with other things apart from books, so time is ticking. But you have to keep in mind that the core business is your studies.
We can actually proudly say that we got 5 A's this year. So we are so excited as a school, as the head of institution. I'm very excited.
The same script was replicated at Arabuko Forest Senior Secondary School following the exemplary 2025 KCSE results.
As a result of my hard work, consistency and teamwork, I encourage current candidates to remain focused.
A-2, tumekuwa na B+6, tumekuwa na B plain 35, tumekuwa na B-47, tumekuwa na C+28 na tumekuwa na C plain 3, na hiyo ikawa ndio grade ya mwisho ambao sisi tumepata. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru kwamba wanafunzi wetu tumepeleka university ni 98%, asilimia 98.
Opicho Chemtai for Lunchtime News.
And now on our interactive segment today, we are joined by Dr. Dominita Naomi Kathula, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Research and Extension at the Management University of Africa, as we examine the state of education following the release of the 2025 KCSE examination results last Friday. We will be unpacking what these results reveal about education policy, school performance, and the critical role of mentorship in shaping learner outcomes. Now, to kick us off, to start us off, perhaps what do the 2025 KCSE examination results communicate about the current education policies in Kenya?
Thank you very much. This last year's results have communicated very wide to the education policies in terms of access to education, in terms of the quality of grades being scored by the schools, in terms of our education relevancy, and in terms of equity. Why do I say this? Is because if you look at the numbers have increased. The quality grades have increased. You look at the performance of the usually despised CDF, day schools and mixed schools. They have done so well up to the point that we can now rethink the schools and the quality of education for the quality access.
And as we take a look at your perspective as an academic leader, perhaps what are the key trends that stand out most in the 2025 KCSE results?
So the trend we are observing currently is the grades are improving and students are getting their right grade. For what I've observed over the years, I've been in the education sector for 25 years. The kind of grades we have gotten now, they have given the current students wider opportunities to be able to fit in different professional courses, from academic to technical to the vocational, both locally, internationally, and regionally. Because the scores they have scored, they are good grades, which now they fit them to the various platforms. This trend, I can attribute it. Let me say, like, I come from Kitui County, Kitui East. Most currently, because of the hardship of the financials, we have been seeing many students who perform so well. They get these national schools, which are high-cost boarding, they cannot afford. But through the talks with the parents and through the churches, students are being advised that don't go to this school where the parents cannot afford. Go to this school because all teachers are trained from the same universities. The kind of the resources the government is giving, it's like they are doing it equitably so that the law schools are getting more funds than even the higher schools. So this one will enable the facilities, the teachers are all the same. So when you go to this school, where you'll not be chased because the education is almost free, very little. And even when the community is there and they know this child performed so well and could not go to that school, went to this school, you see community feels easier to chip in, to help in the fees because they can see sustainability than when a child goes to a school where the parent cannot afford and they are depending on the stakeholders in the community. So I think that those schools, the quality they have given this time round, I'm sure many parents will take their students to these day schools which are near them and they are impacting highly to the community because they are local students who are being taught in these schools and they are performing to become professionals.
Perhaps from these insights, how can policy makers use the insights to improve teaching and learning outcomes across the country?
So for the policy makers, what I would say is the key thing is the infrastructure. The infrastructure is the key thing in these schools. When we have the labs, when we have the library, when we have the facilities in these schools, any school can be a national school. The facility. So if our policy makers can just target on the infrastructure, they may come up if the individual schools' infrastructure for lab is not tenable. They may even come up in sub-counties to come up with usually like a center of excellence. There was that concept before, where a lab is done within, like where I come from in Mutito North Sub-County, we have 9 schools. So if a lab can be done and get equipped, you see schools don't do practicals or sciences the same day. So the teachers can be coming and borrowing this apparatus to take to schools, or they bring a class, so that we have pooled resources to ensure that all facilities are available. But also through the government, since I've been a board member from 2012 in 3 different schools, the government has been coming up with the support through even the World Bank on this lab infrastructure. Although sometimes they are stalling because we were given one, and after the slab, it has not been finished. One of my schools, St. Mathias Kwatundu. If this infrastructure through the grants can be fast-tracked and then they get done, it will be a game changer in our schools. It's the facility, because the government at least is doing quite good in terms of filling the capacity gaps in terms of the teachers.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps what is your view on the strong performance by these schools in the examinations?
My strong view on this day school is that they are doing us proud. The view, like I'll be biased because I'll refer to my schools. In Kitui County, what we did as professionals, we formed an association of all and the PhDs. Wherever you are, we have an association. So last year, what we did as an association of all professionals, we targeted to do mentorship, academic mentorship in our schools, in all our Kitui County. So we organize ourselves. We come from Kitui East. We go, all of us, to our schools, and we invite others from other sub-counties to go and talk to students in one central school. This, we could not reach all of them because we are funding ourselves and facilitating ourselves. But we asked each school to give from Form 1 to Form 4, that time is Form 2 to the best students. Each 3, those who have buses, they brought more. And what we did to them is to talk to them about their careers, is to talk about them where they want to go. Don't look where you are coming from. What you scored back cannot help you. But where you want to go is very important. And as you are reading, you need to be focused what you want to be in life. And through that, we were able to tell you, if you want to be in the scientific field, these are the subjects you are supposed to concentrate on. If you want, so your guide, you know, you used to be, our time, we used to have the career guidance booklet from the Kenya National Examination Council. I no longer see that book again. But currently, the professionals, they are honed. When you go tell your own, they have seen me where I've been born, where I've been schooled, and where I am. They relate to me more. And then when I bring a professional from another place, I had gone with a doctor from Wajir and another one from Eritrea. And they can see now, if now our own can bring these role models to come and talk to us about education. And they are promising them goodies, like if you do this, I will even pay for your transport to university. I will buy you this one. Those ones are actually motivators. And that is what I will tell most of us professionals who are in town and elsewhere, how we are in a position of leadership. Let us go down to our community. Let us go down to these schools and then talk to the students. Let us go there, see this problem they are having. And we write for them proposal. Let me say this. I wrote proposal for St. Mathias Kwatundu. I wrote proposal for Mutito Mixed for the lab. Thank God, the ministry gave us lab, the World Bank gave us. So it is us to know the problem because we are educated and we know where the funds are to help the schools to be able to reach the ministry, to be able to reach the funders. And that one is going to change our community. Because it is not good when you are the only professional, well-up person in your community where the rest of the people don't have. When we improve everybody, our community, our nation will be better. And everybody else will have peace. Even when you go home, not everybody coming to ask fees for you. Because they know this school, when I go there, my child is going to pass and go to the university or go and do professional courses or professional course.
Well, thank you. That is Dr. Domenita Naomi Kathula. As we are navigating the topic of career mentorship, we shall be taking a short break. We will be back with our interactive segment.
Hizi kofia za harpin zinasaidia sana.
Ndio, na unajua hawa madaktari wa China wanazingatia sana kazi zao.
Let's try taking him off, but observe him for 2 hours, and if everything's fine, we can extubate.
Daktari, asante.
You're welcome.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Welcome back. We now continue the interactive segment. We're with Dr. Domenita Naomi Kathula as we navigate career mentorship. Now, perhaps as we discuss mentorship, how does mentorship contribute to academic motivation among learners in secondary schools?
For mentorship, mentorship is the way to go. One, it's exposing the students. It is also exposing you as a professional to the real situations in the ground. So in mentorship, like if I can also borrow now from MUA how we are doing it. In MUA, when we get like book donations, we take them to those low-cost schools. We also organize academic trip to our university to come and talk with the students about their careers. Sometimes when you are not able, the schools, we just write to the schools and we invite them and we come and give them free talk on the careers. We also move, like when the KUSIPs is going to schools, we partner with them, we join them. When they are going like the academic clinics or this advice, the government, they usually have those budgets, they usually go visiting schools. We partner with them with our marketing department so that when we go there, we are also given opportunity to talk about our university. So in our university, mostly what we are doing, apart from the academic courses, where we have Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Computer, we have Bachelor of Management and Leadership, Development Studies, and BCom. We are also having professional courses for the students. We are also having the technical courses. We have technical institutes. And also we are having like we call like special courses. Special courses you find sometimes people want to know Japanese. We have partnership with the Japanese. So we are teaching our students, those who want to learn Japanese. We are also having Germany. We are also, those languages which mostly they are being used for trade, we are teaching our students. But when it comes to high schools, what we are doing is usually to reach the mentorship. Once you bring a student who has never, even some of them have never stepped in a town, they have never stepped in a university, then we just bring them to the university, Management University of Africa, in South Sea, and then in Kitengela. We make them tour the classes. They see the smart board. They see how teaching is done. When that child goes back, they go with a changed mindset that I want to work hard so that I go to a university. Exposure is very good. And the mentorship is an opportunity to expose the students. When you go there, like our profession, the one I've told you of the PhD orders from Kitui County, we go there wearing those now PhD gowns. And we walk there in the town with those, anybody will want to wear that gown. And as a student, and you see where I came from, what is the difference between you and me? So I am saying mentorship, let us all, it is time consuming. It is your resources you are using as professionals because nobody is funding you, but the impact you have in your community and in your people, it is paying back. And I can say for me, this year is my best year because the schools I'm a board member, 2 I'm a chair. From 2 students who used to go to university every year, a school has taken 29 direct to the university. The other one, which has only been taking 1 child to the university, we are taking 12. The other one, we are taking 10. And these are day schools. Day schools. So is that not a plus? Is that not changing our community? Even if I may not be remembered for anything else, those professionals will have, that there's something I did as a community for them. And that's what each and every one of us should sacrifice their resources and their time and their knowledge, because this knowledge is to help our community to become better.
Mm-hmm. You've discussed the measures professionals are putting in place. Perhaps what are some of the roles the schools, parents and institutions of higher learning should play in strengthening the mentorship programs?
Yes, the institutions, the role the institutions should play, especially the universities. The universities, they are the link between the employer and the schools and the community. You know, the university is meant to teach and learn, do research and community engagement. Mm-hmm. So if the universities have those consulted programs, like in Management University, we have a program we call Career and Employability. It is funded partially by the Education Collaborative, where we are teaching the ongoing students and reaching anybody, even you can log in. And you get talks from all over the world. Through that, you find you are being exposed more than just Kenya. Even like tomorrow, I'm going to U.S. Embassy. We are partnered with these volunteer teachers. And then we get them, they come and teach English. And you know, you teach English, having learned in Kenya, and the way this person else from US is teaching, you see, that one is also an encouragement. And this one is showing our students that education is global. You are learning in Kenya, but you can go and work anywhere in the world. We are not in an era where we are competing as universities. And then the professionals, we should be global. You can work anywhere. So impact that knowledge you have anywhere. And through institutions of university, I'm talking about them, let's use our students, they have organization, let them go out and mentor the schools. Let even the faculty go out and give these public talks to the schools. When they are usually having even the Arambis, let us attend. You may give very little, but your presence there, it has an impact to the community. So we want institutions to play a very key role going back to the community to identify the problems where the situation can be funded through grants. They may not have that technical knowledge as we have. Let's help them come up with that proposal which can reach the government, can reach the funders, so that the infrastructure can be trickled down to the local community.
Well, now, as we conclude, perhaps, what is your message to students, parents, educators and policymakers following the release of the 2025 KCSE results?
So these results are good, and every child has performed. There are those who can join vocational courses, the technical courses, and direct to the university. So my key advice to the students and to the parents, we are nurturing talents. You know what your child wants. There are those who scored C+ and above. We have seen they are 27.3%. Those who got C- and above, around 51%. So what I will say, We have these pathways from certificate, diploma to degree for academic progression or TVET. My advice to the student, if you feel what you scored, there is a unit which meant you not to be able to qualify to that either degree or to that program you wanted. I will advise the student, if the earliest time the government lists the results very early, go back, repeat, so that you get direct entry to the university. If the score you got, you feel you can improve it, or there is a unit you failed, which is very important to the career you want to take. It is high time, it is just from October you do exam and then you'll be able direct to proceed to the university. Those others, we have this pathway. Although it is long, but it is worthy. We have these TVET programs. They are 3-year courses, but they are usually very employable. So think of the TVET courses, think of the vocational courses, but to those who think they missed their university qualification by a whisk, I will encourage you, go back, repeat, so that you transit next year to the university than taking this other route, which may waste or may take you 3 more years before you get the degree.
Well, thank you so much. That was Dr. Domenita Naomi Kathula, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research and Extension at the Management University of Africa. Well, thank you so much. Now, in other news, Migori County Police Commander Joel Kiptum has called on individuals in possession of illegal firearms to surrender them voluntarily. Kiptum expressed concern over the increasing incidence of misuse of firearms, noting that most of the weapons are being smuggled in from neighboring Tanzania. Now, he urged those who wish to bear arms to do so legally.
Mlipewa muda ya kutosha, sasa imefika wakati ambao tutawakujia. And we will come for you in full swing. At all, it will not be business as usual. And I'm giving a warning to them that they should surrender immediately. Let them go to Tanzania and we'll leave and call for them wherever they'll go. We'll never sympathize with those people. Anybody who wants a firearm should apply it through the normal way.
Well, we now take you live to Ngea in Siaya County, where the admission of grade 10 pupils is underway. Our reporter Simon Uchola is on the ground with the latest. Let's cross over.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much indeed for coming to us. We are coming to you live from Ngea National School, that is in Siaya County. And what we've been doing is that we've been doing a spot check across schools, public schools, that is in Kisumu County and also in Siaya County, just to get a feel of exactly what is happening as pertains the admission of grade 10 students into, of course, the senior school. This is a process that is expected to go on from, of course, today all the way throughout the week. And, of course, it is going to be very hectic because we've actually moved around a number of schools, and what we're getting is that a number of schools have actually having a high turnout in terms of the students that are actually coming to be enrolled in grade 10. But also it is a tedious process in the sense that most of those things are actually done manually. That essentially means that you come in and then you have to go through the process one by one. And I'll just paint a picture of exactly what happens is that when the students are actually coming in with their parents, what happens is that the number of centers that have actually been placed strategically in the school compounds, and what happens is that then the parents together with the students have to go on each and every desk. Of course, details have to be taken. School fees, they have to confirm that indeed school fees has actually been paid, and they have to ensure that indeed the uniform they're actually given in their respective schools are actually branded before they actually go to their respective classes. That, of course, is a process that began at around 8 a.m. in the morning in most of the institutions. But what we're being told is that parents and students started trickling in most of those institutions from 4 a.m. Others actually slept up in the school, in the respective school compounds, just waiting for that opportunity so that then they can actually be part and parcel of the first lot that will actually be granted permission or be cleared to actually commence their stay and studies in their respective schools. So then we can get a feel of exactly what is happening here at Ng'ia National School. Is that we're going to talk to a number of teachers here, 1 or 2, so that then they actually tell us what exactly is going on. And also, if time allows us, then we can actually speak to at least one parent who will actually tell us how they've actually felt or how they feel about the entire process in terms of just going through the admission process. Excuse me kindly, if you can just come here and tell me exactly how the process is. Kindly start by introducing yourself.
Thank you very much. Rakama William, I'm the Director of Studies.
Yes, Rakama.
Yes.
The students have actually come. Just kindly tell us first and foremost, how many have actually turned up for this particular exercise?
So far, we have around 402, though our expectation was around 640.
Let's get a number. What are the challenges that you're actually meeting?
So far, the challenges, some parents are coming without downloading the admission code, and especially those who came for the request. There were very few, but they're coming without downloading the code. Though we have set up a stage where we have one teacher who is assisting them in downloading that code.
Just take us through the process in terms of what happens when the students come and the processes they have to go through before they actually admitted to their respective classes.
Yeah, so first we have the verification of documents. We are verifying the documents at various stages, and thereafter there's assigning of the admission numbers. After assigning of the admission numbers, there's assigning of the streams or the classes. Then we are also capturing the pathway of the student. We are capturing the track of the student, and after capturing the track, the student is assigned the house under the management of our boarding mistress, Madam Lillian. After assigning of the house, they are being given the uniform. And after being given the uniform, they're introduced to the class teacher. Then after that, they're going to be introduced to our health staff. We have 2 qualified nurses who are going to take any other medical information that may be required by the school.
Going to the crux of the matter, there's been concern about the preparedness in terms of most of these schools to actually absorb grade 10. And this, of course, goes hand in hand with the number of subjects they're supposed to be taking, some of which are actually relatively new. How prepared are we?
We are prepared as a school. We started getting prepared early in second term, when our chief principal, Madam Helen Masengeli, brought us quite enough of the literature from KICD concerning the CBE. Apart from that, through the school, we retooled 60 teachers. 40 went in the first cohort in August, then we had 10 that went in the December cohort. These teachers were retooled, and after retooling, I think they are adequately prepared to handle grade 10. Besides that, we have the workshops, which are ready as we speak now. The home science workshop, the computer workshop, the art workshop, the music workshop, the agriculture workshop. All these workshops are ready for the grade 10. And besides, because we are a STEM center, we have almost 7 laboratories that are going to use for the STEM.
Just in conclusion, so then I have someone else to come in and speak. You're saying the way teachers have actually been retooled and specifically towards specific learning areas, that we are well prepared in terms of taking care and ensuring that students that are actually coming in are well taken care of.
Yeah, they are well taken care of because we had the meetings, departmental meeting, which actually ensured that the teachers have come up with the teaching tools. They have prepared the schemes of work, and I think they are ready to go. Yeah.
Fantastic. Of course, that is the director of studies just telling us what they are doing. We also speak to the lady in charge of the boarding section, so then she also tells us how well they are prepared in terms of ensuring that the kids are actually coming, or the students are actually coming here, are well taken care of, and they are actually in a more comfortable space in terms of ensuring that they can go about their studies. Karibu sana. Start by introducing yourself.
I'm Lillian Okech, the boarding mistress in Ng'ia Girls National School.
Lillian, 400, and of course we're expecting 6. How well are we prepared in terms of ensuring that the children or the students that are actually coming in will find a place and ensure that they're actually comfortable as they go about their education?
We are well prepared. We have 15 houses. In Nia Girls, we don't call them dormitories, we call them houses. Are well renovated. The principal was here over the holiday, and she ensured that the houses were in good condition, because for her, the well-being of the students is more important than any other thing. So we have 15 houses, and a house can only accommodate 45 girls. So there's enough spacing. Our matrons are ready for the girls. Our cooks are ready for the girls. Our able nurses are ready for the girls. As it is, we are already picking the medical reports so that we get to know what each and every girl is suffering from, so that we ensure that they're comfortable in school. So we are very well prepared. Yes.
So Lillian, when you're talking to the parents, those that are actually watching today, you're actually assuring them that all is well?
All is well. And they should feel most welcome to Nia Girls. They will never regret, because we call her Mother Hen, our principal, a lady who really wants the best for children. And if there are people she puts up front, they're the children. Yes, and she wants the best for them.
Thank you, Lillian. We'll just have an opportunity to talk to one of the parents here, so that then she tells us what she's gone through in terms of admitting the child before we wind up. Kindly introduce yourself.
Mimi kwa majina naitwa Valerie Akinyi. Nilitoka Nairobi jana, tumefika asubuhi. So far line inaenda mbio. Hatujaona place yenye iko na shida. Place kuna shida ni kama uliitwa hii shule direct, ukilipa 20, hiyo wanarudisha kwa fee, unaanza fresh. Wanarudisha kwa uniform. So sijaona kitu yoyote mbaya.
Wakati ulifika hapa, ulifika saa ngapi wewe? Na nataka tu tueleze kwamba ukifika pale katika gate, pengine utuambie kwamba ni mchakato mzima wa kuhakikisha kwamba unaweza ingiza mtoto wako katika hii shule. Umekuwa vipi?
Hapa nimefika.
Well, many thanks, Simon Achola, for that report. Admissions of the grade 10 pupils at Ngia National School has seen a high turnout, with most learners accompanied by their parents. Now, let's continue to other news. Now, a cancer survivor has emerged as one of the top performers in the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education exams. Vincent Gekuhe of Alliance High School scored an impressive A grade with 82 points. Speaking from their Ruai home in Nairobi County, Vincent expressed his gratitude for the support he received from his family and community. At one point, Vincent, diagnosed with maxillofacial sarcoma, a form of mouth cancer, considered ending his life, overwhelmed by the pain and struggles associated with his condition. However, Vincent now aspires to study medicine and become an oncologist, hoping to help others battling cancer.
Nimekuja kusema asante, nimekuja kusema asante, nimekuja kusema asante.
Now, in business news, Malaysia and Indonesia have blocked access to Elon Musk's artificial intelligence chatbot Grok over its ability to produce sexually explicit deepfakes. Grok, a tool on Musk's X platform, allows users to generate images that has recently been used to edit images of real people to show them in revealing outfits. Details of these and more in news from across the globe.
East Asian countries said Grok could be used to produce pornographic and non-consensual images involving women and children. They are the first in the world to ban the AI tool. There is also growing pressure to block Grok in the UK, with its technology secretary saying she would back the move, leading Musk to accuse the government of wanting to suppress free speech.
Indonesia authorities have cracked down on other online sources of pornographic material in recent years, with platforms such as OnlyFans and Pornhub already banned in the country. Elsewhere, a major port in the northern Venezuela has been left badly damaged following U.S. airstrikes. The attack on La Guaira port, a key hub for imports supporting daily life in the region, reportedly destroyed civilian infrastructure, critical medical supplies, and damaged centuries-old cultural heritage sites. La Guaira port is a key entry point for food, medicine, and commercial goods that sustain daily life in the region. Finally, in China, duty-free sales in Hainan are off to a strong start in 2026, with offshore sales hitting 1.21 billion yuan. Haikou Customs reported 824,000 items sold to 149,000 shoppers, with the top stores in Sanya generating nearly 800 million yuan in sales. The growth follows a new duty-free policy expanding eligible goods and offering enhanced shopping experiences, while travelers can enjoy an annual tax-free quota of 100,000 yuan per person. Sylvie Gatti for Lunchtime News.
And on sports news, Manchester United crashed out of the FA Cup after a 2-1 home defeat to Brighton at Old Trafford, compounding their poor run of form. Interim boss Darren Fletcher could only look on as United's last realistic chance of silverware this season slipped away, further denting his hopes of being handed the role until the end of the campaign. The Red Devils have now managed just one win in their last 7 matches and face a daunting test next with the title contenders Manchester City and Arsenal lined up as their next 2 opponents. The club is expected to announce a caretaker manager within the next 48 hours, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick emerging as the leading candidates to replace the sacked Ruben Amorim until the end of the season. Elsewhere, Premier League leaders Arsenal thrashed Portsmouth 4-1, while West Ham edged past Queen's Park Rangers 2-1.
Russo that caught it. They had the final touch. 2 oldest midfielders in the top flight. Grude into Welbeck. Welbeck into the net. It's a brilliant finish by Danny Welbeck. Wonderful goal. Back to Lacey getting body between man and ball. It's a free kick. He's just had a yellow card, Clive. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, the young man is going to get sent off. He's going to be sent off. He's saying what cause for throwing the ball away. Oh, it's devastating for the young man. That is. It really is. Oh, he can't believe it.
Well, that brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you for watching. I'm Jackie Wambiru. Our sign language interpreter is Susan Thuku. Have a good afternoon.
Guys, woo! It is our lagging day.
Yang mai ba freeze kena.
Dan badi. Hayati tena.
Mimi naingia chooni, nimalize alafu nitoke.
Hapa lazima ukanje.
Sitalipa.
Enda.
Unaweza nisaidie at least na ka loan pass.
I don't work with laws.
Toka uende.
We don't have to do this.
Marada mkae.
Mbona unalipisha na hawa ni customer wetu wamekuja pale kula na lazima waende haja?
Bishaje Ramos. Ushalipisha choo hapa kweli? Hapana. Sasa tunasikia mamoka.
Nyinyi wafanyikazi mutanitia pressure.
Hello, fabulous ladies. Welcome to the talk show that's all about sisterhood, empowerment, and unfiltered conversation. We will be focusing on women. We believe in women.
We are really changing.
We are creating a safe space for women to connect, thrive, and share.
Just because you're a woman on a bike, you're labeled in a certain way.
It's not just a talk show, it's a movement.
When they are standing, we need to stand out.
From heartwarming tales to hilarious adventures.
They could ask me, Catherine, why are you learning?
Tumefanyiwa hot comb. Unasema kuko na blow dry.
Umechomeka huku kote. We are turning the spotlight on women who are breaking barriers in their individual fields.
You have to have a vision.
You are the leaders of Kenya today.
Keeping it honest and relatable.
Mental health is real.
Yes.
Where there is no communication, there is no relationship.
Join the sisterhood on KBC TV for Dada's show.
It was so severe, just on the left side, the left chest vein right here. It would go down to my left arm, and it would go up to my jaw.
You know, I have burning. I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. I feel nauseated.
But I had this incredible heartburn because my husband had had a heart attack, several years before. His was very different.
I didn't get burning down my arm and all the textbook theories or whatever.
No one was convinced that there was anything wrong with my heart.
And he said, you know, young lady, I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I'm telling you that it's not your heart.
And they even said, we're as shocked